Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by The Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like expecting the leadership of a team captain on the football field, but getting a sea captain. You wouldn't settle for just anything for your team. Shouldn't it be the same for your insurance? So don't settle for just any insurance when you can go with a leader. State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you listen to the show regularly, you're probably smart enough to not overreact to anything this team does. That being said, if you woke up today and started checking flight and hotel prices for San Francisco in February, I ain't mad at you.
The Bears.
Bears get their first win of the season, now 1-2, after beating the Cowboys 31-14. Q, let me check your temperature real fast. Like, how did that win feel?
Felt good because we don't get that many wins around these parts lately. But I'm also cautiously optimistic because I've been let down by this team several times. I thought we reached a turning point last season when we beat the Panthers and Jaguars. We blew them out, and then we beat the Rams. So I think we reeled off 3 straight at one point last year. Rams, Panthers, and Jaguars, only to, what did we lose, 10 straight after that? So I'm cautiously optimistic because I've seen games where we've got the best of teams and won by a wide margin, and then we just let the fan base down. We didn't finish the job. So cautiously optimistic is how I would describe my temperature right now.
What about you? What was your favorite thing from this game?
What was my favorite thing? Winning. It's crazy because at some point, like coming out of halftime, I still felt super nervous. It was like I felt like, an abused person or something. No matter how good the team was playing, no matter how much momentum we had, it just felt like at any moment we could let go of the rope and let them back in the game. So the whole time I still had those butterflies in my stomach, like, keep it going, get another turnover, stop them again, score again. And then finally when the clock, hit 0, I could finally really, really be excited. But, it felt great to win and really control most of the game, on every side of the ball. So I had those mixed emotions up and down of, are we going to do it again? Are we going to blow it again? I felt like this, on Monday Night Football when we were playing the Vikings. Are we going to, implode again? So it felt good to finally get the dub. And it made me really happy, first of all, because Cowgirl fans can be so annoying. So it was great that we absolutely stomped them into the ground just to have a little bragging rights over that fan base. And secondly, it made me feel like, damn, I wish we would have won that Vikings game. Like, how much different being 2-1 would feel 1-2. Like, it was still like the Lions, we had no chance, okay? They whooped us every way from Sunday. But that first game, it just felt like such a missed opportunity where we could be at the top of the division if we were 2-1, especially with with Green Bay absolutely getting embarrassed by the Browns. It felt like that opportunity had kind of slipped away. But I'm believing that we turned the corner and we've got some momentum going now, and everybody's confidence is up, and we're gonna take it from here.
Tiff, I got a question. You said cowgirl fans can be they still pop they shit online? I thought they've been humbled the last couple years.
You must not know it, any of them. No, humble is not. No, they don't know what
I must
humble
not run
means.
across them. I must not run
No.
across them. I've
It's
run across
always
Cowboys fans, but they've been humbled the last few years. They still
Oh,
got a
no, babe. You know a different
really.
breed then, because it's always we them boys, and this is going to be our year, and we're America's team. They still firmly believe that they are America's team. So,
Wow.
yeah,
The ones I
the
know have
delusion
been
is great.
they still support, but they've been humbled. They're not talking crazy.
Nah, they may hate Jerry, and they may, come down on Dak, and they'll do all that, but no, they still pop they shit. Trust and believe.
That's surprising.
Is it though? Is it surprising?
No, you're right. Good point.
I mean, you got one fan base that hasn't won since 96. Q, you are a part of a fan base that hasn't won since the 90s. And you know that fan base still pop they shit.
Hey, on me, be cool. Be
Yeah,
cool.
I'm
First of all, right now we healing. We ain't talking to nobody. We ain't even watching it. We are healing. Bulls are healing. We minding our business. You ain't have to bring C Red Nation up in this podcast. You had no
He
right.
bringing up the Bulls like he got a team, like he on bounce from team to team every year. Who is
Right,
it
he
right
a homeless
now?
NBA fan. You a
Right.
homeless NBA fan.
I know he not still sticking with 76ers. I know he not still sticking with them. That
deported.
process.
Right, you about to get deported. You do not have a home team. Let me call Trump on you real quick. Send ICE after you.
Hey, get ice up on him for real. We need to see some papers.
That's not true. Let's get into that good, bad, and ugly, since you all are invoked Trump and you're starting to put out a bunch of mistruths and fake lies.
Tua Tag Ovalia.
So let's get into
That's
our
y'all
good,
leader.
bad, and ugly.
How did
That
he
ain't
get
my
those
leader.
syllables? First of all, oh my God, I don't want to get
That
too
ain't-
much sidetracked, but
Because he
how
can
did he
barely
get those
read.
syllables
He's
that
at
jumbled?
fourth grade level.
How did he get those syllables? Never mind. Let's just move on.
Let's get into our good, bad, and ugly from this game, man. We got a lot of good. This is my favorite type of reviews, in which we got more goods than ugly. We got to come up with some uglies, but the goods are going to be plentiful. Let's kick it off, Tiff. Your good, the best thing from this game. What you got?
Like you said, it feels good to finally have a long list of goods. So I'll just say one that really kind of encapsulated the game for me. We started out our first drive and we were 3 and out. And it kind of felt like, Lord, here we go again. And as soon as Dallas got the ball, what were they doing? They were marching down the field. Williams was tearing us up, long run. And it was just felt like, oh, they're about to go down here and score. They're about to have the momentum. The crowd's going to be sitting down. It just felt like, oh, please, not again. I can't take another Sunday afternoon like that. And then Tyreek Stevenson, who has gotten so much ire from us, from the fan base, from everybody, rightfully so. He came through in the clutch and ripped that ball right out of his hands, right out of his clutches. And it was like, at that moment, it felt like we ripped the win away from Dallas because it was such a deflating moment for them. And it was such an uplifting moment for us. And I was screaming and jumping around and cheering. And it just felt like after that, people eased in a little bit, like, okay, we can calm down. Like, we can do this. We can score. I believe we scored on that next drive. So, like, that was such an early turning point for me because, again, the game kind of started off like, shit, here we go again. And then Tyreek came in, snatched that shit out of his hand, stayed in bounds. I said, look at that boy, finally making a play that's worthy of being saluted. So I am going to give my good to Tyreek Stevenson.
That's a real good one because Q, and when we did the preview, we said, going into this game, Tyreek had a terrible god-awful game in Detroit. All I saw was 29 in pursuit the whole game. He was chasing Amon-Ra St. Brown like the entire game. And this is the first game in which, we know Jalen not going to play. He's got to be that guy in the secondary. And Tiff, I had that same feeling. Javonte Williams, he's scampering down the sideline. I'm like, come on, dog. I'm like, we're going to do this shit again. And he came up with a play that you expect Peanut to come up with. That was the type of momentum. See, we need big stuff like that because we know how this team is. We already know the character of this team. This team will quit on you. This team will quit. We saw it last year and stuff like that. That's how you swing momentums. Shout out to Tyreek. He stepped up when the moment arrived. Q, we talked like in the preview. We said, man, if you're gonna do it now. But I was telling like, man, maybe you want to wait until week 6. But I ain't mad that you do it now. Not only that play, he had a big hit on Javonte later on in that first half when he cleaned his clock. He had a couple of pass breakups. Tyreek, I mean, I want to get him the game ball for the defense, but you have to share it with a couple other guys. I'm pretty sure you're going to highlight him up to Q. What was your good from this game?
My good was Caleb Williams. He's showing progress every week. I think even Tiff can agree with this. I wanted him to get that 300 yards. He finished just 2 yards shy. 4 touchdowns, no picks. On the season, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. That is a touchdown to interception ratio any quarterback would take. And in the last 17 games, which is a full season, 25 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Definitely got to go with Caleb because I think he was a spark for the offense. On that flea flicker, even though it was a trick play, and I think it caught Dallas by surprise, if you go back and watch that play, there was a defender right in his face. And without stepping up, he threw that ball. It went about 55, 60 yards in the air. That is some arm strength that I think a lot of people didn't realize Caleb had. And it was delivered on a dime to Luther Burden.
Yeah, the good thing about what that play was crazy. I'm sitting right here in front of the TV. I'm like, oh shit. When they pulled it out, no diddy. When they pulled that play out, I was about to piss off because it felt like they was for to mess that play up. I'm like, bro,
it looked like
it can't.
DeAndre tried his best because I don't know who he was tossing that to. He definitely tried.
It wasn't just Swift. Yeah, that lateral back from Swift was the highest lateral I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, bring it back.
Don't do that again.
And the pressure.
Hey, Ben, put that back in your bag of tricks. Don't bring that one back out. That was close to a turnover. I have my heart right there.
Have DJ do it.
You can tell they're like, okay, we haven't done this a lot, and you can tell this team maybe not ready for that type of Broadway play. But hey,
Caleb said they've been practicing it all week.
It don't look like it.
And it was not working. He said they've been practicing it all week and it wasn't working. And then I guess they still went with it.
Well, when you playing with, our defense.
He did.
Our defense is better than Dallas defense. So, that it explains why it wasn't working in practice. Joe Tooney got blown up in that play, Q. That's how I saw the pressure coming through the left side, and DeAndre Swift, he took it to the left side and he turned around through it. I'm like, oh man, this got bad intentions written all over. But yeah, Q, you are right. Caleb Williams, his progression, the first 3 games of this season, where we played 2 teams last year that started the end of the season with 14 plus wins. He is 63% completion percentage on the season, 715 yards passing, as you already said, 7 TDs, 1 interception. 107 passer rating. And in this game, he had his career high passing rating. He's also got 16 carries for just under 100 yards and another rushing TD. The boy cooking.
So 8 touchdowns.
He catch a lot of shit, and it's mostly because of what he do with his nails and, some of his temper tantrums and histrionics. But the progression is there. If you don't see it, it's because you're a hater. I'm just going to call it like
the Bears.
But my good from this game, I'm going to give it to the defense. We saw Dominique Robinson finally getting some snaps. He beat your boy Trey Guyton, easily get a sack. Dominique Robinson, preseason Hall of Famer. He's
Man,
finally
the last
playing
couple years.
right. Finally playing in the games that actually count. Tyrese Stevenson, you already mentioned him. When I said he should get the game ball for the defense, but there were some other things. That's play the defense played on third quarter. Kevin Byard absolutely laid out
Yes.
Turpin along the sideline.
Loved it.
That's the type of stuff that you need. We talked about changing momentum, getting stuff to go in your way and creating the momentum for you to get into your groove. That's serving notice. Because what happened when we got the ball back and that drive continued on the fourth, Caleb staring down a defender right in his face, threw another touchdown to send this game into halftime. That's the type of stuff right there. Serving notice. Pickens saw that. Pickens saw what happened to his homie and what happened in the next time the Cowboys got the ball. He short-armed the catch along the sidelines. Yep. And where they end up, it ended up right in Tremaine Edmonds' hand. Right. Again, spending momentum. Tremaine Edmonds had another pick later on in that game. And if you care about this type of stuff, defensive EPA, he was number 2 in all of NFL because he couldn't be number 1 because you already know who number 1 was. If you want to take a guess.
No. Who's number 1?
A boy from the Minnesota Vikings. I think his name is
Isaiah Rodgers?
Yes. When you score 2 defensive touchdowns and force enough and have what I think he had 3 turnovers and scored 2 touchdowns.
I know he scored 2 long touchdowns, and they almost came like within the 5 minutes of each other. Because I thought it was a replay when he was running up the field the second time.
That type of stuff you'll never see again. But the game Tremaine Edmonds had, stutter. I don't even remember saying his name since he got signed with the Bears. But he had a great game.
That's unfair.
It is
that's unfair. Don't do him don't do the other Edwards like that. He just more low key than TJ, but he's had his impact. This definitely
he had a good year the first year he got signed, and he was quiet and invisible last year.
I mean, everybody was quiet and invisible last year, but yes. I think this was a coming out game for a lot of people. I mean, Tremaine, I think Montez, I think he got his first sack of the year. Byard, he had that hit, and I think he had an interception. Like, it just seemed like it was everybody's coming out.
The game.
Like, we
about to game.
Oh, he had his to end the game. Okay, I thought Tremaine got his second one to end the game. Yeah. But it's like everybody just felt like felt like good vibe the whole day. Like, oh, you got you an interception, I'm finna give me one too, bro. Oh, you got yourself a good hit, I'm finna give me one too, bro. Like, it just felt like everybody finally had their coming out where they were excited, where they were, playing hard and not letting themselves say, here we go again. Like, even if Dallas started driving the ball, it was like we weren't losing hope and momentum. Because like Q said, they will give up. They have given up in the past. And it just felt like this time, maybe because we kept the lead the whole game, and maybe because Caleb and the offense were playing so well, it just felt like everybody was like, I'm about to show out this game. I mean, I think Komet had his first touchdown of the season. Rome got him a couple. I mean, I think Loveland got hurt, but he had a decent long play. It just felt like, DJ got his first touchdown of the season. He looked happy on the sidelines for once, hugging Caleb, hugging him, whatever. So that was good to see. It just felt like good vibes the whole game.
All right, so like we said, there's so many good takes from this game. We didn't even mention the offensive line, in particular, Braxton Jones.
Swift
we didn't mention
had
Luther
a long
Burton.
Breakout run. He had like a 40-yarder.
I think that was a
screen.
That was a screen pass.
That was screen.
I think we've named a lot of them. I think, and this kind of bleeds into my bad or ugly or whatever, but, we were continuing to let Dallas march down the field, but we were holding them to field goals. So, at least that was some level of good. I think Zacchaeus, isn't that his last name?
Yep.
Yeah, he had some good catches. Let me tell you, the good for me was him flying through the air when DJ made that touchdown, though, because he's going to be a meme now. He's already everywhere. And it was so funny because somebody said they're not used to celebrating touchdowns yet.
Disrespectful.
they gotta work on their celebration. They hadn't had much chance, but that was still a highlight for me because he was really, really excited.
The thing about that is he's been doing it since college. He's always flying through the air doing a touchdown.
But
in the end
missing
zone
but
when
missing
someone scored.
people?
They got him doing that.
He hurt himself. I didn't realize that was his thing. He needs to. He think he's Spider-Man. Who was the other one that think he's Spider-Man? Kyler.
Kyler Gordon.
At least he
Yeah,
flipped and land on his feet.
you know how these Gen Z are. You know how these Gen Z
him to relax a little bit.
I did want to, before we get to our bet, I did want to point out this thing. Again, Q, I asked you in the preview, scale of 1 to 5, will this be Braxton Jones' best game this season? And I said 5. He was cold on it. He was like, nah, I still don't see it. I don't have no belief in Braxton. And you shouldn't. Not only did Braxton have his best game this season, he had his best game of his career, Q. From next gen stats, that's where I'm getting this from. Braxton Jones became the 4th left tackle this season to not allow a single pressure in the game.
Wow.
And for context, in the first 2 weeks, he allowed 12 on 79 pass blocking attempts. We get it. We know it was against the Dallas Cowboys. It's against Eberflus. I think Eberflus blitzed like 9 times in total. And they're not going to create a lot of pressure from their front four. But still, I'm clapping it up on homie Braxton. It don't matter who run up on you, whether it be a shorty, a little 12-year-old, or the biggest homie on the block. You gotta give him the same type of energy. And Braxton, he did what he's supposed to do.
He balled. I was going to point out Tooney and Dahlman. They really controlled the line of scrimmage along the interior. And yeah, like you said, I know it's the Cowboys, but the Cowboys actually acquired a pretty good interior lineman in Kenny Clark. I know he got hurt early, but Kenny Clark was never really a threat. The Cowboys interior, Caleb operated from a clean pocket, and especially didn't have much pressure up the middle. So I want to shout out Tooney and Dahlman. That's looking like money well spent.
Before we move on, we drag him all the time. We find a reason to drag him every episode. It seems like Ryan Poles, his signings, they paid off this week. Everybody had a good game that he brought in. Keep it up. Q, kick it off. What was the bad from this game?
The bad, Tiff already alluded to it. I hope I'm not stealing your point, but there was too many yards per carry, and Javonte Williams had too many holes. I apologize, Tiff, but I had to get this one off. I need Grady Jarrett and Dexter to be more stout at the point of attack. I need them to be more stout at the point of attack because the Cowboys interior really controlled the Bears interior along the trenches. I felt like the Bears did better against outside runs, but inside, I need Grady and Dexter to step it up.
If you thought goldenly breaded McDonald's chicken couldn't get more golden, think Golder, because new sweet and smoky special edition gold sauce is here. Made for your chicken favorites at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
When your investors, customers, and workers demand more from your business, make it happen with SAP. The AI-powered capabilities of SAP can help you streamline costs, connect with new suppliers, and manage payroll, even when your business is being pulled in different directions. To deliver a quality product at a fair price while paying your people what they're worth too, so your business can stay unfazed. Learn more at sap.com/uncertainty.
Remember I said in my good, the servant note was right before the half. You had Bayard smack up Turbin, and then they turned around and put another touchdown on the board right before halftime. I was concerned about how this team showed up coming out of the half, because what we did last week, first play out of half was a flag. I think this week I was also like cautious just by that, they came out. The first time they got the ball in the third quarter, they had no problem running the ball on us and none of that game, and that is a cause for concern because Dallas offensive line, they're already down there. They were down their center coming into this game, and I just saw a report that their offensive guard, Guyton, they're losing him for a while because he got hurt in the game. So they're down 2/5 of the starting lineup, and they're still opening up holes to let Javonte Williams, who's on his third team, Q. He's got talent, but he's playing on like a rebuilt leg. Like how is he getting funky on our defense?
That's the best Javonte Williams I've ever seen. I've never seen him. If he was running like this, he'd still be in Denver.
Shout out to RJ Harvey. And J.K. Dobbins. But yeah, yes, I know we're down Jalen Williams, and we'll talk about him in a minute. We're down Kyler Gordon. We're down TJ Edwards. Still got to make plays, guys. We still got to get into our run fits, get off blocks, and, wrap people up. Tiff, what's your bad?
Since Q stole my bad, and it was probably on purpose, because I didn't want to have to say nothing negative about Caleb. I really didn't. I had my bad as the defense couldn't stop the run and all these things, but you both want to take the point that I was going to take and both say it. So now I have to once again be the one who says a little bad if we,
stop it. You wanted to do it.
No, I didn't. No, my notes, we got all kind of defensive stuff on here, okay? But you all just kept talking about it. I will say a bad for me, and this is to dovetail off of Vince's point. We're still missing key pieces on our defense. And we need them back, bro, because we're not playing Dallas every week, and at times the defense, we had 3rd and long several times and we couldn't get off the field. We had some 4th down where they converted. Like when we're playing Dallas, that's okay. Like when we're playing these better teams, that's not going to be okay. So I think that is a bad for me that we really need to get our defense whole. We're not going to have Jalen, but we need to get it as whole as we can, and we need to get off the field when we can. But just quickly on the offensive side, just a little, we're continuing to see improvement in Caleb. And the next step that I would really love to see is not missing on those easy throws. He was amazing with the bombs, with the hardest throws, and those simple, wide open throws, he was still missing a lot. So just that little critique on him, I don't know if it's nerves, I don't know what it is, but it seems like if they wide open and it's a shorter pass, it's not happening. The easy passes aren't happening, but the tough passes, he's absolutely killing it. And he had an amazing day. Best game by far of his career, in my opinion. So shout out to him. But those are kind of those things. Again, when we're playing those better teams, those are the things that matter. So, continue to hit those big plays and those really, hard shots that make us realize why he was the first pick. But let's hit those simple, easy, shots as well.
No, actually, that was my bad too, Tiff. Caleb.
See what Q made me do? Made me preempt. This is why I always, the editing always make me look like I'm anti-Caleb, but y'all really be setting it up.
The editing? Whoa. You blaming me? You blaming
editing? That sounds.
Where the FCC chairman? Where the FCC chairman? This is really you know what? He needs to get involved.
You sounded like one of the.
He got his nose and everything else. FCC chairman, look into this.
You sounded like one of them Charlie Kirk defenders. He's not racist. Everything's taken out of context. They edit the clip to make him see racist. I say a lot of nice things about blacks. Yeah, sure.
Context.
You say a lot of nice things about Caleb.
Look at the full context. Is it taken out of context?
There you go. Put your little
even
red hat on.
When you hear the full context, it's even worse.
I've heard enough.
When you take it out of context.
Hey, edit her name to Turning Point Tiff.
Boy, do not.
My bad was also going to be Caleb Williams because the He was 19 of 28. We got on his case about being probably the number one reason why the Bears fell apart in that first game against the Minnesota Vikings. His accuracy in the second half was just bad. It wasn't where it needed to be, especially for somebody in his second season, especially for somebody who was crowned a phenom, especially for somebody who was number one pick in the draft. A lot of his passes was sailing in that game, and guess what? That came over to this game as well. Sailing passes. Because they won the game, I'm not going to do too much on them, but one pass in particular, you got to get under. You got to bring that in because Coastal Lover wouldn't be hurt today if Caleb wasn't throwing passes too high. I'm just going to keep it real with you. We've seen that from quarterbacks throughout the generations. Troy Aikman got a lot of people killed while he was winning Super Bowls. Yeah, you remember the Super Bowls, but a lot of people got that CTE because he was throwing balls too high over the middle of the field. And guess what? Colson, he's a big guy, but he gonna have that hip stinger for the rest of the season.
Irvin's career end trying to catch a Aikman errant pass?
I don't think Aikman threw that pass, but yes, That is how his career ended. We got to get the accuracy issues down. Yes, I loved the amount of a touch he was able to put on that deep ball to Luther Burden. Yes, I love the rope he put that first pass to Roma Dunze, but it's the intermediate passes that he's still kind of struggling with, especially the ones on the quick outs. So they're not consistent enough. We need to see the consistent growth in that area because you don't want to see anybody else get hurt from trying to stretch out and create an easy target for some of these defenders. All right. So the ugly. Should I start with that? Or you know what? No, Tiff, lead us into our ugly. What's the worst thing from the Bears 31-14 win?
It was such a great, uplifting win. It was hard to find something to put in the ugly category. But if I had to, I would say our pass rush, which, even though Montez got his first sack and we had some decent plays, it's still comparatively non-existent to the rest of the NFL. And I don't know what we're going to do to make that a little bit better, but we got to put like that. At times, he just had all day to sit back there and, they didn't have many players on the offense. So thankfully, he wasn't able to do much down the field and things like that. But, we know CD got hurt. So if he was out there, would that have been different? We just got to put more pressure on these quarterbacks. Our pass rush has to do a lot better than it's been doing.
What about you, Q? Worst thing from the win?
Not to be nitpicky, but Roma Dunze, you was drafted top 10. You got to make those tough catches. I'm getting a little concerned. Week one, he missed out on a 50-50 ball. I can't remember if he did the same thing week two, but there should have been 5 touchdowns thrown by Caleb. Went in Rome's hands. He got dislodged when he got hit by the defender. When you're a top 10 pick and you're a number one receiver, and I'm declaring him the number one receiver on this offense now, you got to come down with those. I mean, nitpicky because I think he still had a good game. He kicked off the scoring he made Trayvon Diggs look stupid on the jam. Like, that was a great release. That was a great release on that 9 route. But at the same time, come on, Rome, let's haul those in. Let's be the big time receiver you're trying to become, because the other big time receivers, they're going to make those catches.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They gon' find
it. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Yeah, if he catches that pass, I'm not mad going into Sunday Night Football because I know my slip gonna hit because the over that I said was a lock was already cashed for this game. I was so mad. Him dropping that pass made me have to root for the Cowboys to score at the end of the game, and the Cowboys had ended that game with two straight interceptions. So imagine that. Rome, you got to pull that pass, and it hit you right in the hands. He was looking directly at the pass. And that goes back to our talk about consistency. It ain't just Caleb who got to be more consistent. You got everybody around. We got to see more. We got to see the same type of plays from Darnell, who the offense was better. And the penalties, like a straight game of a reduction from what they had in week 1. I think they only had 4 flags this game.
And 2 of them was on Darnell.
That's correct. Darnell Wright. You got to get his act together. But shout out to him for playing through an injury. In between that 9-minute, 19-play drive, the Bears ran the ball 11 straight times. Let me tell you about those 11 straight runs. We had DeAndre Swift for 2 yards. Caleb Williams, I'm not happy about him, having design runs, but Caleb Williams for 7. DeAndre Swift for 4. DJ Moore for 2. DeAndre Swift for 4. Luther Burden for 7. Caleb Williams for 5. DeAndre Swift for 4. DeAndre Swift for 2. Cal Monungai, -8. I like the attempt. I did not like the result on that one.
Learn it's the NFL.
Oh yeah, nah.
Gotta go north.
I like the heart of trying to fight through it, but Brody.
Hey, you not playing Maryland. You not back at Rutgers. You're not playing Maryland in the new Big Ten team.
Please,
yeah, you got to get down. I like the effort.
Way better if you would have been down before you tried to spin out.
Man, if after you break that first tackle, if it's not there, just get down, get back to the line of scrimmage.
After he lost 8 yards, Ben Johnson said, "You know what? All right, that's enough. I'm done trying to embarrass the Dallas defense with run after run after run." The point I'm making with this is, you heard all these 3 yards in a cloud of smoke type of plays. 2 from DJ Swift, who was our number 1 running back. Caleb Williams, I don't want him running the ball in design runs, especially in doing option runs that no one believes Caleb is going to do that. So let's not even put him in that situation. Caleb is a good athlete, not a great athlete. Don't put him in a situation where he's got doing option runs.
You're not a fan of the design quarterback runs for Caleb Williams?
No, not for Caleb. No, Caleb can get out of some trouble. He's got that ability. But the design runs, I don't need to see Caleb. I don't need another design run after what I saw on that 3rd and 4th down last week. Don't need to see it again. DJ Moore had 0 effect running the ball. DJ Moore has 0 effect running the ball. I don't like the fact.
For him. That's who I don't like design run plays for.
I think that's
the risk is too high, but I don't love the DJ run plays either.
I think Caleb is a slightly more elusive, better athlete than Pay gives him credit for. So I don't mind the occasional design quarterback run. What had my kind of heart skip was when he lowered his shoulder on one of those runs. Like, man, Caleb, don't get crazy. These NFL defenders,
get down, please.
Because this is not something he's used to doing.
Yeah, please get down. Enough.
Not only that, it's a difference between a running back lowering his shoulder and maybe incurring a sprained shoulder. You put a harness on that, he could continue playing. Any little injury to a quarterback shoulder, you can't play. You can't just put a harness on a slightly separated shoulder and go out and sling the ball around. So it's a difference. And Tiff, to your point with the DJ Moore design carries, some of me part of me maybe thinks that's in a way to appease DJ, get the ball in his hands, because DJ and Caleb still don't seem to have the greatest
He
chemistry.
wants that ball thrown to him. He wants to be the receiver he's been his whole career. Let's be clear, because
No,
you know
I definitely agree,
maybe
but
he wore the orange shoes. Like, bro, do you know where I am on the field? Do you see me? Let me stand out and put my orange shoes on because I'm here. Hello.
I don't think DJ has had a double-digit reception game in the Caleb Williams era. You know, he hasn't had one of those big, huge
over
games
100
like
yards.
he had. Huh?
I bet he hasn't had over 100 yards. Or if he did, he had to have one really long bomb play that put him over.
That is a good question. I wonder if he has had a 100-yard game in the Caleb Williams era. I think he had one last year. I want to say he had one, but if he's had one, it ain't been two. I know that for sure. And he ain't had the dominant games like he had with Justin out there. Justin and DJ had great chemistry.
Our running situation is not great. That was the basis of my point. DeAndre Swift, we saw running back injuries yesterday. James Conner, and some other ones. We know it's a time bomb. Also with Swift, we came out of camp with not a lot of running back depth. Roshan, you can't depend on him whatsoever. Cal Manungai, he's going to be a work in progress. We got Luther Burden in the backfield
yesterday.
Yeah, I don't care. He even when he's active, he's inactive.
He was playing special teams.
Get him out of here. I'm about done with that experiment too. You got Luther Burden lining up in the backfield. You got DJ Moore lining up in the backfield. You got Caleb, run as still as our leading rusher after 3 games. So I'm not liking the trend that we're having as far as running the ball. We got to get that. We got to get that fixed because what we know about Ben Johnson's desire for his offense is to run the ball, is to have play action passes, and to control the clock. We got to stump on that. Got to figure that part out, right? We got through our good, bad, and ugly. Let's do a little overtime. Jalen Johnson, the Bears have decided he's going to have surgery to correct his core muscle injury, and it is possible that he can return sometime this season. Yeah, we talked about in the last episode that earliest he can return is week 8.
Painful. That sounds painful and invasive. That sounds very, extremely optimistic at best case scenario. We 2.5 months from December, like, yeah, I don't see it. I'm not counting on Jalen to come back. It would be wonderful if he came back, but I really just want to tell bro, see you in 26.
Yeah.
Don't mess yourself up more.
I don't see it, especially this not basketball where the season gonna be 6-7 months long. Like we're in the fall now at this point, and obviously, right, he came back too early this time, and look what happened. So it's not, bro. It's not that serious. I don't want to see him doing no more of his cooking show and all that. Let's be clear. Let's put all that on the shelf until you come back. But nah, go ahead and take your time, bro, and be fully healthy when you come back. Because again, that injury sounds hideous to me. And obviously,
yeah, that sounds invasive.
Yeah, like they talk about
and the way he described
it and all this. Like, no, bro.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I don't want to see him get hurt worse. This is a physical game. Your muscles are falling off the bone like you being marinated. I'm
like Ramsey Bolton got to him. No, man, we don't need no flayed football players. No, bro. No, keep your meat on the bone, please. No, I'm not gonna say pause, but you all do whatever you have to do.
You don't have to say pause.
I know.
We can't make.
He a Martha Stewart? He got a cooking show?
He got look. I don't know
the
cooking show, but he thought you must not follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he does like little cooking reels. He'll like not have a shirt on with his dog.
Well, he's starting to OnlyFans.
What's the thing?
Jalen back on that.
And he'll be
Jalen, you said you was rehab. Oh my god.
He'll be doing making
now I know how bro hurt that
and then he have his
he out here thirst trapping.
When he recording it, he be like, and then you add add a little sage. It's like, bro, stop it, please. You got to look it up.
So I don't need to see that. He's out here thirst trapping again.
He
I
don't
thought he
always.
said
He
he was a
doesn't
recovered
always not
sex
have a
addict.
shirt on. He don't always not have a shirt on, but he's always cooking up some. I forget what he calls the little segment, but yeah, no,
He trying to get y'all to slide in them DMs. That's what he trying to do.
I don't know who
I
that
done
is.
cooked you some food. Come on over. My shirt. Yeah, he trying to get y'all to slide in his DMs. That's
He's
what he
trying to
doing.
get somebody to do something. Maybe his little addiction then came back, or maybe that's the way he copes with
Come
his
on.
addiction. He had sage. He uses sage instead of Stex now. Okay, so hey, whatever.
I see how that groin muscle done torn off the bone and
Period.
why his core is all
Period.
shredded.
He was making some tacos, eating some tacos, and had a rough night. Why don't you follow your players? Why don't you follow your players?
I'm glad you asked me that, Tiff, because for one, we got our quarterback.
Nah, I don't follow Caleb.
He's incredibly.
I'm not following
So-
Caleb. He had that man had a flower in his hair
Yeah,
one
I'm
day.
not
I'm
following
definitely
Caleb.
not following him. I'm not doing that nonsense.
See,
Yeah.
see,
the good player.
Our quarterback is extremely pretty, and then you got Jalen Johnson, our best defensive player. He's thirst trapping. I don't know what's happening to my favorite team, but
and you know what?
This new millennium is crazy.
I gotta ignore my younger family members. I don't like being social media friends with the 20-somethings, and a lot of our players are 20-something. It's just a big pot of nonsense on their page, a big bowl of nonsense. Yeah, I'm not too into following our players, and Jaquan Brisker, that's another player I like, but man, it's put up or shut up. I don't want to hear about what should have been done and all this and that, and so no, I'm not big into following our players because I don't need nothing to. What y'all say? DPMO? Don't piss me
Don't
off.
piss me off.
DPMO.
Yeah, I follow the ones. I don't follow everybody, but I follow the ones that got some sense. Like I follow Rome. He's pretty benign. DJ, like he a family man, so he ain't posting no crazy shit. Jalen, like I said, it ain't nothing crazy, but he did start his little cooking reels. I don't know if he was just really bored in the off season. Maybe he not doing it no more. He better not be doing it now. You need to be recovering, sir. We don't want to see nothing but recovery. But yeah.
Last thing, anybody with two pairs of eyes that's been watching the Bears generally watches football.
I only got one pair of eyes. I only got one pair
of eyes too. Maybe he got eyes in the back of his head. He using this figurative as real, but that was a optimism there. Okay.
It was a Freudian slip, and Trump can't spell Freud.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
anybody with eyes that
like Trump, though.
No.
Anybody with two eyeballs knew that the Bears is going to break out against this Eberflus defense. One, because you don't even got to be on a team to know what Eberflus is going to show you. He's going to stay in zone. He's got about 3 different variations of cover 3. He's got a couple different variations of cover 2. He's not going to send the house at you too often. We understand what's going to happen. If we know it, I knew the team knew it. And I know damn well Ben Johnson knew it. Out of the last 7 times Ben Johnson has seen the Eberflus defense, he scored 35 times.
Yeah, and I mean, to add on to that, we just saw the Giants the week before hang, 40 on them? Like, the Giants, you already know. They don't score more than 6 points a game. Like, Russ has watched the whole season, but he had like 400, 500 yards against them. So I know Ben Johnson was watching that tape. Like,
Russ came alive for that 1 week.
Yeah. I know Ben was like, this is the resuscitation we going to need right here. We know exactly what's about to happen. And it came to pass. So thank you to the Cowboys. I really do appreciate them bringing us back to life.
And speaking of Eberflus, did any of you all catch pregame talk where they had the interview with Eberflus and detailed what he said? Did y'all hear what he said? Mighty bold. Did you?
I just heard he said he loved his time in Chicago. I didn't hear anything crazy.
Well, he also said that he knew all the players' strengths and weaknesses very intimately, And he knows the offense well because he was in those meetings, and he knows um, things about Caleb and the defense because he coached that defense that would help with Dallas's preparation for the week, and that he was eager to tell Schottenheimer all that he knew about the Bears, and he proved exactly that he knew
He
nothing
knew
about the
nothing.
Bears. He showed his ineptitude with it by installing the game plan.
Yeah,
That's why Eberflus is no longer head coach of the league.
yeah.
He probably won't be a defensive coordinator too much
I was about to
longer if
say
his teams give up 40 points
he not gonna be a defensive
and
coordinator
then
for
third and
them
one.
too much longer because Jerry gonna want somebody head to roll, regardless if he gutted the
Jerry,
defense. Because I guarantee,
I was going to
right,
say Jerry's head needs to be rolling. That's the head that needs to roll.
because Eberflus thought he was coming in with Micah and all these other pieces. No, sir. Good luck. So yeah, Eberflus, I don't foresee him making it the full season.
I just thought it was funny that Eberflus thought he was really spilling the tea to Schottenheimer.
He tried. Did not.
Boy, if you don't sit your goof ass down, you don't know
He
nothing.
tried. Don't know nothing.
The Cowboys play zone 87% of the game. 87% of the game against the Bears. And as you all saw, that don't work against Caleb, Rome, and the rest of this squad, especially against Ben Johnson. They were ready to cook it, and I need that same energy to travel to Vegas and do it again before they go into a bye.
Yeah, I hate that we have such an early bye, but we got to go in with a good vibe. So we going out to Vegas. Hey, everybody stay in the hotel, no slots, no nothing. Let us do the partying, okay? You all stay where you're supposed to be, and we look forward to seeing a dub.
Bear down, Tiff.
Y'all see Club Dub. It's no more. Not doing Club Dub.
Yeah, I hated that. Somebody was
Good.
like, who was it? Tremaine? Somebody was like, man, where the music at? Turn the music on. I kind of hate that. Let them have Club Dub.
You know what? That was the highlight of the Nagy era. You know what? That was some fun times in the Nagy era. That Club Dub.
It was. Let those boys. I mean, goodness, it's the first win in since last season. Let them boys part. I mean, you don't gotta call it Club Dub, I guess, but why not?
No. Tiff. The Bears are 2-2 in the last 4 games.
I said since last season.
2025,
okay.
2-2.
Well, cool. Let them boys party.
Let them party.
Let them party.
Bear down.
Relax.
Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say 3 things. Bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.